Hello, my name is Navigator, and in today's video I wanted to show off my custom Armor Ace build. Now, this is kind of just my imagination going off, but as I talked about in my last video, which actually was showing off the Armor Ace bundle from the store along with another item, I mentioned how I was going to change up the armor and kind of customize it a little bit, and in doing so I decided to make a perk loadout for it, and I just took one of my weapons that I figured would be kind of a little lore friendly to the story, and I changed it. So I'll get into all that in a second, but what I want to start with here is the perk loadout. So I'm going to come back in here into Fort Ulysses, open my door, if I can get over this fucking rock. Let's get this open right here. And I'm going to show you the perk setup here. Armor. Now, what I want to talk about is Armor Ace himself. So, in a lot of the pictures that you'll see of him, not really ones of him like in-game, not that he's a character or anything, sometimes you'll see like players using his power armor with a heavy weapon, but from actual pictures you can see he uses a 10mm pistol. So I figured that he would kind of be like a cop almost, and I figured, you know, since cops have just like the one sidearm, they're not typically carrying a rifle or the shotgun on them, they're usually in the squad car. I figured, you know, why not just give him a trusty sidearm, you know? So this is kind of what that build is centered around. It's centered around the armor itself and the pistol. This is very similar to my pistol build. If you've seen any of my build videos before, you know that I have kind of inherent perks, and this is like Strong Back, Traveling Pharmacy, Bandolier. As I go over the perks, I'll kind of get those out of the way. But starting here in Strength, Strong Back, Traveling Pharmacy, I went over those. Those are ones that I have on my character. Don't really worry about those. But what we're going to be talking about is Pain Train and Full Charge. So, Pain Train. This allows you to devastate and stagger enemies by sprinting into them with power armor. Now, I have this maxed out. The damage of this perk increases as you apply the ranks to it. I have this maxed out. And I've tested it, and yes, I do in fact devastate enemies when running into them. It's pretty cool, and I figured it'd be good for the armor. And in following that, I have Full Charge. So this allows me, at a 2-star rank, to have no, I guess, yeah, sorry, I'll just read it, but sprinting in power armor consumes no extra fusion core energy. That's going to be great, especially with a pistol. It's kind of a close quarters combat weapon almost, and I know I'm going to be moving around a lot, especially if I'm using Pain Train. So that's Strength. Let's go over here to Perception. Since I'm using a pistol, I'm going to want to have Tank Killer on at full 3 stars. This allows your rifles and pistols to ignore 36% of armor and 9% chance to stagger. So that's obvious. You should have that on there, along with Concentrated Fire, and this will allow me to target at limbs of enemies. Over here in Endurance, this is just going to bump up my health. Usually I would have Ironclad on, but not today since I'm wearing power armor. Over here in Charisma, honestly, you can get rid of this one. I just kind of like to have it on Travel Agent, but Tenderizer, this is going to make it so when you attack, your enemies will still take damage after you stop firing or attacking. That's for 10 seconds, I believe. So moving on here to Intelligence, batteries included in First Aid along with Demolitions Expert. Those are ones that I'm just having on. Especially these two. These are just ones that I need. But Demolitions Expert works because my pistol has bullets explode. I want to do the best, or I want to get the most out of the single weapon that I'm using. So I'm obviously going to be using that. And since we're using pistols, we're going to be focusing a lot of points into the agility category. So Action Boy, Marathoner, Action Boy and Marathoner. These are ones that I just like to have on. But Master Gunslinger, and Expert Gunslinger, in no particular order, all at rank 3 will provide plus 20 damage with your pistols. This is going to be great. It's just going to bump up the damage of my pistol, and that's, one more do I need to ask for. Over here in Luck, Class Freak and Starch Jeans, I have those for my Speed Demon and Marsupial mutation, so don't worry about those. And Bloody Mess, along with Quick Hands, are the perks we're going to be working with. So Bloody Mess, just to get it off, that's 15% bonus damage with any weapon, so why not? And Quick Hands gives you a 12% chance to instantly reload your clip when your clip is empty. And I think that's pretty sweet, especially with pistols. 12% chance really isn't too low, so but at a 3-star I believe that's higher. But yeah, so that's a perk set. Let's get into the good stuff. So I'm gonna step outside here and show off this power armor. Actually, what I need to do is turn around this way and put him down here. Alright, so as opposed to the typical Armor Ace bundle, Armor Ace armor, I did something a little different here. So I have kind of a mashup of it. What I want to first talk about is his helmet and his left arm. So the helmet I thought was really cool. It's very unique. Honestly, if you're going to be, I guess, pretending to be Armor Ace, you might as well wear his helmet, or no one's gonna really recognize you. But the other thing I mentioned in my last video was this cool little like police radio thing he's kind of got on his shoulder right here. So I figured that the helmet and that little radio thing were probably the most important parts about this armor. So I decided to keep the helmet and that. I want you to notice this kind of red US strip right here. I mentioned again in my last video that I didn't really like this that much, but in a second I'll talk about why I do. Moving on to the rest of the armor, the right arm as well as both legs have the Brotherhood of Steel reclaimed paint on them. And you could get that from the Brotherhood recruitment bundle. They're actually making a pit recruitment bundle for the next pit update, so be looking forward to that. While I'm talking about this, I'm just going to put this back down because it's about to disappear on me. But yeah, that paint I like a lot because obviously it's camouflage. It's not like a basic camo, and it's not that nuclear winter camo. It's kind of a nice, very like real lore-friendly looking camo, and it's a little worn. So I'll finish with the armor and then I'll kind of go into the story. But the middle part here is the equalizer armor, and that's just the torso, and it has this kind of weathered American flag right there, if you can see it at all. So yeah, what I want to talk about is kind of like Armor Ace after the bombs drop. So Armor Ace within the universe is a story that like you watch on TV on your little atomic whatever television, and then the bombs drop, your whole family dies, boo-hoo. Armor Ace steps in and he's like, I'm here to fuck shit up in his like perfectly clean armor. But upon stepping into the Wasteland, he realizes that shit hit the fan big time. So this is kind of like almost like he's been in the way for decades. He's an old man now. His armor is all patched up. All he really has left is, his helmet and his left arm here. But that's why one American flag strip. It's like Superman's cape being torn, just like a last remnant of who he used to be. This kind of strip right here. Camouflage, obviously, kind of like a military thing. He would probably need the camo if he's I don't know, killing innocent women and children or whatever Armor Ace does. But yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool, like a little wasty. And then on the middle here of the equalizer armor, I felt that the chrome kind of color matched the arm a little bit with those kind of clean metallic elements. But the worn American flag matched the worn elements from the camo parts. So that is my Armor Ace power armor. Honestly, I think it looks pretty cool. I was debating between doing the Equalizer torso or the Brotherhood of Reclaim torso, but honestly, the Equalizer armor gives it a whole new look, so I figured why not. Let me give you a nice view of me in the armor. It might actually look a lot better, I hope. And then on the back here, I do just have his basic jetpack. I figured, he'd probably keep that in good condition like the Mandalorian does. So this is just a full spin of it. You can kind of see it's not as clean as the other one is, but I really like how that one kind of radio arm looks compared to the rest of it. It's almost like that's the last part of who he was, that and his helmet. So that's my little, playtime bullshit, but let's get into the weapon that I have for him. So this is what was formerly for me called a Light and Shining Darkness. This was my custom kind of 45 from New Vegas, but I turned this into Ace's sidearm. So let me get up here and I'll show this off a little bit. So this is Ace's sidearm, just as the same as it was in my armory video. It's a Furious Bullets Explode +1 agility pistol. I figured this worked pretty well. Yeah, and I extended the barrel. Normally I have the snub barrel because 1911's barrels, the power armor, it would probably look a lot better in something like third person. You can see it does there. It looks a little bit bigger for the power armor, almost like he's a Wasteland RoboCop. That's kind of the look I'm going for here. The last thing I can talk about is kind of the rolls on the armor itself. I have something that helps me with higher the caps. I typically have high caps, so this will help me with my my DR. Down here I have an auto stim. That's pretty nice to have. Cloaking, as well as the ammo reduction on this I like a lot. What else we got? This is, some minus damage from bugs and chem weights, food, drink, all reduced by 20%, and it increases action point refresh speed. This is all honestly first roll on all of these armor pieces, so it's pretty cool. This is a little more in-depth view of Ace's helmet, if that was interesting to anybody. And the last one here I have is troubleshooters, and it helps me environmental. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. This was my custom Armor Ace build and, I guess, power armor video. So yeah, this is the armor that I'm probably going to use for a while here until I get something cool, probably from the pit. But yeah, I really like this. And this is another element that I've been talking about. If you guys have been watching my videos on how not to get bored in this game, it's stuff like this, you know. It took me about an hour to put all this together, the build, you know, deciding which armors I wanted to wear, and playing by yourself. It's kind of have these little stories in your head almost that keep you entertained, and then you can go out bullshit in third or first person with it. So, you know, what more can you ask for from this game? Yeah. So, my name is Navigator, or I guess Armor Ace now, and yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching, and take care.